information is free. Read it, write it, count it, makes a difference for me. It's all around, everywhere. Open your eyes so you can see. Can you make it? Can you make it? Can you make it? It's okay, new. I guess I can do it. Can you make it? Oh, can you make it? Can you make it? It's okay, new. There's nothing in this world that can keep you from your purpose. No, achieving what you set your mind to do. Your mind to do. Availability is within your reach and stretch. No one to blame for your excuse. No one to blame but you. Independence a creed to have meets the need. Your call is your reason. Appointed for a time, like this lovely ride. Feel just like the right season.
By the right season, it gets no better than the right season to buy a home, to get your finance together, to get a nice mortgage account. Better yet, how about just fix your money account, because it's something that you want. You got it. He got it. So we gonna get it. So get your pens and paper together, y'all. Y'all asked for it. He's back for the part 2. And guess who it is? It's Chris King. Hello, Chris.
How are you this evening? How this afternoon? Some places this evening. Yes. How are you?
Well, yeah, you're right. Somewhere it's morning. Somewhere
early afternoon and late in the evening as it is right now.
Yeah, it's hit all the way.
Yeah, that's correct.
Good.
How are you today?
I'm sad.
Why are you sad? What are you sad about?
If y'all didn't notice, there's a box missing. It's supposed to be 3 of us on here today. It is a box missing.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
I'm missing my Kim. Oh,
yeah, I got it. We can work. Maybe I can help you through this too. Maybe I can help you.
Make it. We gonna make it. I'm trying to tell you, because we can make it.
Okay.
Yes, we can make it. Okay. I'm getting myself together now.
Get together.
To Kim.
I'm together, so you gotta get yourself together. I'm together, so hey.
What? Please let me get myself together. Okay. Kim is not with us today, but she's with us in spirit. Kim is getting ready and doing things, and she'll be back. And when she come back, she might have some stuff for us. So let's just wish her well, give her some strength, throw her some love hearts for energy and strength so she can do what she has to do. And she'll be back with us right back. She'll be right after those messages and moments. So talk about messages and moments. We have a moment with you. So we're not going to waste too much time, because we want to make sure that we give you all the time you deserve and that people need. So Chris King is back.
I'm glad to be back, and thanks for having me again. And at the same time, each month, things get different, things get better as far as the mortgage business go. And like I said, I told you I want to add something today. That's the most important thing of getting a home, and of course, everyone see your credit. So I want to touch on that also today.
So we're going to touch on some crazy things today. So I hope everybody is ready. I hope y'all start y'all lives, because y'all need to know that the man is here. He's on his throne, y'all. Mr. King is here from Nexus Mortgage, and he about to put the thing down. Like I said, we got the inside scoop to what to do. Now, with that being said, I think you just threw me another date. Did you just throw me a little date?
Whatever you want, there's no problem. I'll be back to help anybody to obtain a home or get their credit back together and things like that. I'm here. I mean, I get it. You got it. You got it. And guess what? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do 2 things for you then.
Oh.
The next time you have me on, you're gonna need you probably have I'm gonna need 2 extra boxes. because I'm going to have John Goolsby, which is the credit repair guy, which is he's outstanding. And I'm going to have a colleague of mine on just as well. So we're going to make this really, really big. So the next time you have me on, I need 2 extra boxes.
So you need 2 extra boxes.
Yeah, so it'd be you, Kim, and 2 of my colleagues. So it would be 5 boxes needed. Can you do that? Can you do that?
Look, you want it, we got it.
There we go. Well, that's what I need. Well, that's what I need.
You know what? You did say every month this time you always have something new, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're gonna have to make this a permanent.
You want to start off? We got to ask that question. Yeah. So I mean, however you want to start this off, you got to ask me a couple of questions. Anybody have any questions for me?
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay.
But y'all heard it. He said this time every month. So that must mean he got some big stuff. So talking about big stuff, before you talk about the big stuff, so tell me, all right, you're not only just a mortgage broker, you're a client too.
Correct. So let me start by saying, I guess I made mention to you earlier, as far as even as far as the credit goes, or you just saying just period.
Because you speak from experience on, like you said, getting here. How did you get here? And who helped you here? And the different leaps and bounds that you made it. So the things that you're talking about is mainly not because you just got a job and studied. You actually worked and walked the process.
Well, let me tell you, good question. I like that. So let me say that how I got into the business itself and my experience. I'd start like that. How about that? Experience in my. So I got into this business in 1999. Started household finance. So since then,
Was you playing Prince song 1999 then too?
No. You guys should have it. Yeah, next time I'll have that as my intro. But I started in 1999. Actually, I was buying houses before then, buying houses and renting them out. And matter of fact, early 1990, 1991. So one day I wanted to get into the business itself and do mortgages, which I did in 1999. This is when you didn't need a license or anything like that. And the business is booming like it is now. So it's like deja vu. That said, I went to several companies. I did just residential mortgages. I did commercial mortgages. And I came out of the mortgage business for a little bit. I think in 2008, when the mortgage business, the actual, I guess it's pretty much it got the subprime lending went down. So when that stopped, it slowed everything down. Then I got back into it, I guess, 3 years later. So I've been in this business about 17 plus years, and I've seen a lot of things, good things and bad things, and now great things are happening again, from purchase to refis to little down payment or no down payment, 100% financing. I didn't know I was in the business that was 125% financing. So it was 25% over the value of the actual property. That said, I am very experienced. You can ask any questions you want, and just looking for some questions. I mean, I can go on and on about myself, but it's really not about me. It's about helping the people out there.
Which is true. And all right, so I don't know why I'm getting all the feedback, but which is true. But sometimes knowing that somebody knows about it, the experience about it, kind of helps them get warm about it.
Okay.
So it's like, the main question that I always get whenever I'm referring someone, well, what do they know? How do they know? Like, did they just get in this? Did they try it themselves? Like the guy with the hair company, he says, not only do I own the company, but I'm also a client, the hair replacement guy.
Yes.
So it's like, what walks of life did you take that you are now also providing to your people?
Yeah, so I even came from, like I said, I came from like buying homes myself and rent them out, and got into as a loan officer back in '99. But now from a loan officer, I'm a broker. A broker in that situation, a broker between a loan officer and a broker, a loan officer is only equipped to be at that one company. He's actually, whatever their guidelines are, he has to go by those guidelines, from credit score to income to everything. He has to go by that actual company's guidelines. With me, I can probably shop your loan to, 10 to 20 different companies, whoever has those overlays that you actually can relate to, from credit score to debt ratio income, which is DTI, or things like that. So I have a better platform than a regular loan officer, so I have more leeway too. Yes.
Okay. Now you were telling me about somebody that woo, this feedback is crazy. You were saying something about a guy that you was working for who's actually helping you, and you was like, wow.
Yeah. So yeah. So maybe you and I talked a little bit about the credit situation. So this gentleman here, he refers me. So what he does credit repair, and this guy is awesome. I've seen him, and here it is. I'm dealing with him. He's sending me deals of people that was looking for homes, but they couldn't get homes because their credit score was really low, or they had stuff on their credit that was there for like 5 years, or just been on there in repossession, foreclosures, whatever it may be, student loans, and they couldn't get loans because of the fact, or they couldn't get pre-approved or get a home because those things was sitting on their credit. What this guy here would do would actually finish their credit, clean their credit up in maybe 45, 60 days and send them over to me. We talking about that short of time. I've never, usually takes anybody going on their own a year, 2 years sometimes. This guy here, 45 to 60 days. And people, I've seen people credit scores go from a 530 to a 700 in 45 to 60 days. And since you actually brought up about me, so myself being a broker, and I'm lending money out for people, helping people get a house. Here, my scores have dropped because of my divorce, and some people out there have a lot of divorce, and they go to divorces, things happen financially. That said, I say, John, I don't know why I'm not using you. I need your help. I went to him 30 days ago. Paid my money, paid my fee. He said, Chris, listen, I'm gonna tell you your score gonna be around 700 something, 700 points. How about my score is low 5s? Check my credit this morning. Along with him, my TransUnion score went from a 533 to a 758 in less than 45 days.
Well, I get
So the point I'm saying to you, I am a testimony right now, because here, this is what I do, and I help people get loan, get a mortgage. And I'm not getting a mortgage, but I just want to get my scores together so I have purchase power. And this gentleman is helping me out. I'm still in process because I gotta get my Experian and my Equifax. But the point I'm saying to you, you need your scores to be at least 640 and above to even get a house. Can it happen? Yes. You can get a home probably before the holidays. If your credit score, it may not be as bad as you think it is, but just, I can actually look at it and tell you what can be done. And at the same time, next time I have him on the show, along with Alicia Knox, which is my colleague, and I have him on their next show. I would definitely have him on. Any questions you guys have for him, feel free to get it. But this is the most important thing, is your credit. Not just for a house, but just for, buying power, period.
Buying power.
So that's my testimony today, because it happened for me. I'm happy, just happy. It's a church mouse.
I'm happy for you.
So other than that, things are just happening for me right now. The mortgage business is changing big time. All for the good for the customers out there, and people want to buy houses. But the best thing to do right now is to have your own, not rent.
Right.
That's it. Unless you're not sure where you want to live, that's a different ball game. Like myself.
Okay.
I'm not sure where I want to go. I'm thinking about moving to Charlotte, and so we thought about that. So what's happening? Yeah, but no. We can still do Zoom. I can still do that I did, but yeah, it's hop, skip, and jump.
Amen.
Change your life, just a change.
He just told me we can still do Zoom, y'all. He did. He told me.
That's all it is. It's a change. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's about it.
Look, I applaud anybody who believes in change and moving around to do change. That I applaud. Yeah. So if that's where you're going and that's where your heart is leading you to go, then so be it. Follow it, because we all come with agendas in life and purposes of being, and we are the ones who usually distort and taint the process of where we're supposed to be, how long we're supposed to be. And so if you already got the mission and you got your orders to move, then hey.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. See how things go. Right now.
While you're getting on 95.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bye, girl.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how things go this time next year. No, I'm telling you, listen, we got to do Zoom calls. We're doing Zoom now, but whatever. It doesn't really make it. You won't know where I'm at. And that's what I told you anyway.
Got that.
So,
So
go ahead.
talk about being where you're at. So last time you were here, some people were actually able to refer your and obtain some of your services.
Yes.
So they're on their way to their journeys.
Correct.
And so that's great to know. Also, being you were stating that there were some new programs going on and things are different.
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Okay, well, like for example, like a lot of when COVID-19 hit, they started making it difficult for lenders, started making it difficult for customers because in the back end they were scared of foreclosures and people not paying their loans and things like that. So it was a credit crunch. Now the overlays are much easier for customers. The credit scores are coming down. Some people are saying, okay, fine, we'll take the person's credit scores at 580, which it was this time last year. So they back down to 580 and above. Whereas 4 months ago, it was 640 and above because of this COVID. They will make sure whoever they lend the money to, that their credit score is already credit worthy. Not saying 580 is not credit worthy, but they just look at it as a difference. So some of the overlays and they get a little bit more lenient as far as people with lower credit scores than the average person. So that's a great thing. The debt ratio to income, which is DTI, has gotten a little bit lighter too. So some people are accepting people at 55% DTI more so than it was when it was 6 months ago. Your DTI to be only 45 or 50%. So a little more lenient now. And what else do they have that's new? Of course, we had the VA loans and things like that. If you're a veteran, 100% financing, that's always been more so just more leniency they have for the customer. So those are the programs and things that happen for the actual customer. Which is good. Makes it easier for myself as a broker and my colleagues, easier to get people approved. So that's one good thing. It's a great thing, actually. Mm.
So can you tell us
Excuse me?
Can you tell us the stats?
As far as what?
So I know on one of them it was telling you like you had a map, and you was like 1, 2. It's like the process of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. You would first you fill out the application. 2.
It's basic. Listen, it's basic application. I mean, 1003 is a basic application, like almost filling out for a job almost. It's just more so your course about you or your finances and if you own any property and things like that. But the most important thing I'll tell you right now, we just got finished talking about, is your credit score. If your credit score is, and you have a job, or matter of fact, let me start by saying this: you don't necessarily have, if you're self-employed, which is very hard sometimes for customers. I'm jumping off the subject now, but I'll come back to that. But I just want to add to this: if you're self-employed and you can show consistency that you're putting the same kind of money in your bank every month, we'll make that a 12-month bank statement showing that if you can show, okay, fine, I sell shoes, or I don't know, maybe a person that does lawnmower, mowing and things like that, or somebody he's a self-employed borrower. He's showing consistency, putting maybe $5,000 to $6,000 in the bank a month. We'll use that as his income, so he doesn't have to show, okay, if I'm a W-2 employer. If he can show 12 months of consistency of putting money in, we can use a 12-month bank statement program. So that's another thing for self-employed. So I wanted to add that. So that's one good thing that started as far as the actual lenders. So you can be a radio host, but if you can show that your radio station is bringing in a certain amount of money, we'll use that. As long as you show 12 months of consistency, you can do that. That's a good thing. As far as the 1003 goes, going back to what you're saying, it's a basic application, taking down what you do, what you owe. I mean, what you owe, your assets, and your first, last name, things like that, and for your credit. So that's all it is. Nothing dramatic. I mean, just 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and that's what you're talking about. I hope that's what you're talking about. And then once I finish the process, once I pull that, say your credit score is a 600, the first thing coming in my head is, okay, I can take her to this lender. If your credit score is a 680, I can take you to this lender. and go from there and set you up with a processor, process your loan, and probably have you close in 30 days. If it's a refi, probably less than that. But if it's a purchase, you got to go out there and look for the house. That's the biggest thing after you get pre-approved. You find a house that you like.
And also, me and this feedback. Also, you're like a one-stop shop.
Pretty much. Well, I just told you about the credit, and at the same time, if you don't have a realtor, I can refer you a realtor. A realtor is referred to me as a broker, so that goes vice versa. And one hand washes the other. So a thing like a gentleman I just told you about, the credit guy, John Goolsby. He actually has people that's looking for a house or trying to get their credit together to buy a house. He said, okay, fine, once I get your score up, I'm gonna send you over to Chris. And then I'll probably take the application. They said, I said, are you working with a realtor? He said, no. I said, I'll send them over to a realtor. So it's basically one hand. And sometimes a realtor may get a client, they show in the house. They'll send me the clients are listening, go to Chris. So yes, to answer your question, you're a one-stop shop. Yes, nice way of putting it. Yeah. So when you get your credit,
because
find getting pre-approval to a realtor. Yes.
Yeah, because if I'm looking for a house and I'm trying to fix my credit, but so I start off fixing my credit, so I'm with you. And I said, okay, now we got the credit because after all, you want it, you got it, is what you said. I want it. So my credit is low. So that's the point I want everybody to understand, because everybody here, everybody that's walking in now, they're hearing your credit score, your credit score, your credit score. But what Chris is saying is even with your credit score, we can get it. And we can get it because not only can I help you by one manner, I have two processes of how I can get it done. I can do it with the 30-day process, or I could do it the 45-day process. And either way, it depends on where we get to and how fast we get to it. And then once we get that, then we can go and find the house of our dreams. As Chris is saying, he want to go down to find his house in Charlotte. So that means after he's finished, he gonna call his friends that's down there, that's in realtors, say, all right, y'all, find me a house. If you haven't already told them to take some pictures and send you houses.
Yes, it's funny. As you talk about this, I just want the people out there to know, listen, if you really, really want a house for you and your family, your kids, your children, your family, bottom line, and you say, okay, fine, if you work, if you have a job, a W-2, usually I prefer W-2, but if you got a job period, or you have your own business, and you say, well, my credit score is low, that's just a cop-out. It can be done. Just give me a call, and at the same time, I'll send you the right person. You'll be right back to me in 60 days looking for a house. I can almost guarantee you that, unless there's something crazy that's on your credit. I mean, he'll let you know that. But 9 times out of 10, if your credit score is low, I don't care if it's in the 4s, 5s. You know, this guy here is phenomenal. And I'm talking about him like I can't wait to bring him in your show next month or next week or whatever.
Well, you know his phone number, and he can call in if you want. You can call him now, and he can call into the show, and we can just talk.
I know this is funny. We talked this morning. That's why I told you about he got my scores, but he's a busy guy. But if I sit there and set a time for him, he's busy just like I am. Because people calling in. So if you say next time, I'll have him on the show. And John, he's a Southern guy, Southern accent, but he knows his stuff. He is awesome. So he's done a lot. He sent me a lot of clients. I've sent him clients, because sometimes what happens is the client may come to me and they don't know their credit score. And I pull their credit, and the credit is like a 550 or low 5s and 4s. Then I'll send them over to John. Then John will send them back to me. And then what I'll do, okay, fine. They said, well, I don't have a realtor. And I send them to a realtor. They go look for the house. And then they give me referrals. Say, listen, this man here has helped me out, or vice versa. So it's just a round circle thing. One hand wash the other. So that's why I've been so busy. And I got even busier, I guess, last time I was on your show. I guess I got a couple clients, on your show. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he had busy because I had to beg him to come back on the show, y'all. I had to text him, and then hear him say, "You text me?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Hey, what's your sister's name? What's your name?
Paul.
Huh?
Reese Paul. Yep.
Yes.
And Tia, hello, Tia. How are you, honey? So yeah, Reese Hall will probably be through here soon, saying, so where's she at? So that'll be a test.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, she did tell me the same thing about her credit.
Okay.
So I did talk to her about, I've had a conversation, but we did talk about John. But I think she was actually on with someone or doing something. I've not had a conversation with. It's been a while now. It's been like 30 days at least. But I remember the conversation with Lee that she was working on her credit or doing something, but I did refer her to John. So I'm not sure which one she's taking or what steps she take, but we're going to talk again probably another week.
Okay. Okay.
Somebody else too, though. I'm not sure if someone else we did.
Yes, we did have another couple that came through. Talking about a couple. Oh, there she go too. She just popped up on the screen. She says,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my phone call.
Oh, but why she could, she could tell her, listen, you tell her to call.
You talking to her right now. There she go. Look, she right there. She said,
let me get my glass. Let me see something. Can I ask you, listen, she said something, can I write something here? No, I can't.
You probably can. If you're not, just talk to her directly, or you can text her, or we can talk after the show. But just know that we are doing business.
She better call me because I know the last time we talked about something, either home, it was either her finding a house or something about credit. It was something I know it had something to do with credit. And she better call me and tell me she got whatever she had done. I forgot how it went, the conversation, but she got to follow me. She has my direct number, so she knows.
Well, look, and you already know if you don't blow up his phone, I was gonna blow up his phone because chat gonna make.
I brought her up, so I brought her up, so she knows. Listen, I could do so much. I can, my thing is, give me a call. I want to definitely take care of her and let her be a testimony here on your show.
Yes, because we want to let them know that we get the job done. What we doing is what we doing, and we not doing it for fun, recognition. We just doing it because that's our purpose. If we do what we had to do. She just wrote you something else. What did she say? I will call him after the show. So
ask her, listen, I just want to know, was it the last conversation, was it credit, yes or no? I want her to answer that question. Was it the credit or something like that?
What was he supposed to be dealing with, the credit or the house? And she'll write that in a minute. She's probably typing.
Because I forgot. Like I said, I know the conversation went like that. Because of course, I don't think we actually
settled the house, right?
Well, she was telling me what she wanted the pre-approval for, but I wrote my notes down too.
She wrote, yes, I'm ready to move.
Okay, so it was the credit. I knew it was something. I talked to almost at least 5 to 6 clients a day on top of the ones I have already in process. So I just sometimes hard to keep up with everybody, but now I'm getting another processor. So, it's gonna be interesting. So I'm looking forward.
That's good. Sidebar worker, someone that's gonna work with you. And besides,
they have to be the same. See, you got to figure this. They have to be on the same page. Like I said, I don't just don't I'm submitting a file and then just walk away from it. I am actually always on top of my files. Like I said, I try to do some of the processing myself beforehand. So I don't I'll get things up front. So I'll take some of the actual legwork off them and make it a little easier for them. So we'll see how they She said I was pulling my credit. We finished the application. Who's he? Who's me? No, hold on. Let me look. Hold on. It was something. The reason why I didn't pull a crowd. Hold on. It was something we talked. I got my notes. Hold on. Give me a minute. Wait. She better call me too. Now. Yeah. Hold on.
He getting warm now, y'all. He getting warm. He putting his work on. Is this when I put the music on? I think this is when I put the music on.
No. So
is
guess
this,
what?
Is this when I'm supposed to play the music real low because you work?
No. Can I say this to you? She's right, because it was something about the score, but it was something about why we didn't talk. But I can't write that down. But guess what? You tell her to call me when she's done, and we'll finish it up. It was something. It was something, but we'll find out when she's done. She would have her give me a call, hands down.
Oh, y'all heard it.
I just don't want to pull anybody's credit, and I have to have your authorization is okay. So I just can't be pulling credit. So that's probably what it was.
Right. So
You have everything.
we
You have
so
everything.
what happens every time y'all ask a question, right? No, I don't want to play the wrong one. I don't want to play the wrong one. I don't want to play the wrong one. I'm gonna play the wrong one. I know I am. I don't want to play that one. I don't want to play that one. Did I just say I don't want to play that one? Why do things just got to be so difficult? You tell the computer not to do something and it does what it wants to do anyway. You're not being fair today. That's probably because we're getting some good information. That's what it is. And since we're doing some good information, of course, you know, things is going to always try to backtrack to make us not be able to do what we need to do. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to make it just a little interesting. So since Chris said we want it and his answer and reply was you want it, you got it. So this is what we're going to do. Sarita made a comment. He answered. So now his response is you want it, you got it. So every time we're going to play the song and we're going to remind Chris, and Chris is going to say, you want it,
you got it. Yeah, so definitely, I got to give her a call. So it's been crazy, but other than that, we're going to talk. I know we're talking about getting our pre-approval like 150, 175. Of course, she's done our, yeah. So I can't wait to talk to her.
And my mom's on the line, the sexiest gram of them all. Hello, Andrea Jackson. That's me, mommy.
Your mom?
Yes, no.
Okay.
Yeah, she's my mom.
Oh, I see that. I'm saying she
adopted me.
Oh yeah.
She loved me so much till we went down to City Hall and she adopted me. That's love.
You get adoption papers?
We got adoption papers. We got papers, don't we, Andrea? We got papers on me.
Oh, I said hello, the other mother. Okay.
She got papers on me, y'all.
Yeah. Tell her, I need to see that.
Yes, she got papers. Y'all did not get hit notes like that. I know. It's all right. So now here come the juicy stuff. And Sarita said all is well. So that means she'll be hitting you back later. Okay. Now that we got that one out the bag, yeah. So since we got that one out of the bag, we're going to definitely move on to the next question at hand. And the next question at hand is, yeah, there we go. That's right. We want it.
Well, you got all the oldies, huh?
Hey, look, that's what we do. That's what we do. We got it all. We back it up with music because music is healing for the soul. You already know. Healing for the soul. And the healing for the soul is to get me the house I want. You said you want it. Got it.
Got it. Like now you found it, huh? Okay. Great.
Okay. So we're gonna move to the next part of this question. Let's see. So we're gonna talk about you have a house. Because the last time we talked, last time we spoke, you were telling us about the different things that goes on being a broker versus being the bank, and the value of the houses and the market, etc. So you may get told that the house value is this, but the house worth is that. But you kind of, the whole switches, whatever. But the bank don't tell you that, their hand, your hand, whatever, however. But the main point is you're in a house, you did it with the bank, you realizing that, you know what, I think I paid a little bit too much money for this house at the worth. You can go through refinancing through your company as well, right?
Yes. So exactly. So let me say this to you. All right. So what it is that the most important thing in buying a house or even refinancing a house, the first thing you got to have is appraisal. The appraised value goes goes off the value of the properties in the neighborhood within maybe 6 blocks to maybe, I don't know, a half a mile radius, depending on the actual area. So it goes off the houses in that area. So yeah, if you say your house is $100,000, and then go ahead and appraise it, it's made $100,000. But the thing about people think that, okay, fine, they didn't put a brand new front door on the house and put the kitchen in this and it's going. Your kitchen and bathroom does sell the house. So if you have a house right now and you actually are trying to refinance it, the most important thing is your house. In your house is your kitchen and your bathroom. That gives a value, and everything else that goes. With the window falling out of the house and like that. Make sure your house is painted before appraisal comes out. If you're refinancing a home, make sure it's just up to date. That's the most important thing. But just because you put in maybe I don't know, people put an extra thing, a fireplace or something like that in the house, that means it's gonna give it value. The most important thing for value in the house is more so your house, your kitchen and your bathrooms. So that's important to know when you refinance your house. But hope I answered your question.
Didn't know,
So
but I didn't know that because back in the day, old school, Mama would say, make sure the kitchen and the bathroom was clean before anybody come over.
those things, that's what gives you the value. Your kitchen and bathroom gives you the value in your product. Those things are very, very important in appraising the house. So, if you got 2 bathrooms, make sure they're up to date. And the kitchen, of course, that the kitchen and bathrooms gives the value of the property. So just let you know. Mm-hmm.
So let's just say, and I got a house, and I went through the bank. So the best way to try to go refinancing would probably be through the broker, because y'all would have somebody come in and refinance it. And
you go to a broker, you go to a bank, you go they got, in order to give you money or lend you any kind of money, they had to appraise the house. And like I said, the difference between a bank and a broker or a mortgage company is that the mortgage companies are a little bit more lenient when it comes to borrowing money than it would be a bank. A bank, the credit score's got to be a certain amount, and it's just, I found out the banks it's just too much. It's too long. It takes long for financing. It takes almost 60 days, where some mortgage company can take anywhere between 15 to maybe 30 days to actually finance your house from a purchase to a refinance. Bank, like I said, banks are pretty much more, like I said, mortgage companies lenient. Your mortgage company is much more lenient than it would be a bank or a credit union. They really are. So, bottom line.
Okay.
Financially, the debt ratio to income, which is DTI, they're more lenient to give you, the mortgage company is more lenient to give you the actual mortgage faster than would be a bank. Yeah.
So I heard, because I did a little research, that when you go to get a loan to fix up your house or equity, do you deal with equity too, or that's just a bank?
Well, equity is what you have in your property. So, for example, equity is, okay, you owe $50,000 on your house, but your house is worth $100,000. So you got $50,000 on the equity there. That's what equity comes in, the actual what you have, the minus what you owe of the actual value of the property. So some people have $200,000 value of properties worth about $200,000. They only owe like $50,000, maybe $100,000. They may take maybe $25,000 out of my house. It could be an equity loan. I could do a total refinance, depending on what it is. If you want a lower rate, take the cash out, or you just want a second mortgage and have 2 different mortgages. Some people don't want to do that. So an equity loan is 2 different things than an actual total refinance. Yes.
And that comes to your
Yeah, I can do that both. Actually, I can do a second mortgage equity loan too. I'm able to do that. At one time, I wasn't able to do that. Now I am. Yes.
So wait, put that down some more then. So what all can you do? Because yeah.
Well, the equity loans. Well, let me say that when an equity loan is pretty much like, okay, you got a $50,000. Your main mortgage is $100,000. It's $200,000 value house. You got $100,000 in equity in your property. We can probably give you an equity loan for maybe $50,000. So you have your regular loan and you have a $50,000 equity loan. So now I'm able to give you that second mortgage just as much as giving you that first one. But the first thing I would tell you is you might just combine the both, get the $50,000 out, and just have one loan. So take out a loan for $150,000 together and get the cash out that way. So you just have one loan. I recommend you do that. Yeah.
And that would be called the second mortgage, though, right?
Well, the second mortgage, with the second mortgage is the second mortgage. It would be still one mortgage, but you would just say, okay, fine, we'll just take cash out. So you have one mortgage. So for example, as a house is $200,000, and you say I owe 100,000, and I want to pull 50 out. So what you'll do, they'll combine the 50,000 out they can give you along with the 100,000. So you're 150,000 loan, one loan, not just an equity loan and a one mortgage loan. Some people do it, but you really don't want to do it that way.
So y'all heard it, because I don't know if the bank does that and give you that offer. I don't think people knew that broke their equity loans, but
they, believe it or not, banks specialize in equity loans. That's their specialty. Believe it or not. They specialize in second mortgages, whereas a lot of mortgage companies don't really want to deal with them because they'd rather just give you one loan, which is probably cheaper for you in the long run because you're going to save a lot more money in interest and things like that. Yes. Yeah.
I told y'all we have an inside scoop. So if y'all haven't started sharing this, I suggest that you ought to start sharing now, because I don't think people understand where we're going with this. So the point of me making this is a lot of us is getting into these houses and the houses turn out to be something that they're not, or something more than what they're supposed to be. So with that being said, and with that being stated and happening, we end up in houses that we can't repair. So we go and we get loans, not knowing that you could probably do it as an equity or a second mortgage, because sometimes they come to you and say, oh, why don't you just refinance?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you break that down for us? The purpose of why that may not be a good idea versus the other idea to try to get your house fixed?
Now, what's the question again? That question makes sense. All right, so people usually take out money out of their home, out of the equity out of the house for either to be tuition, to fix the house up itself, or for whatever it may be. So you can use the equity to purchase something that no one knows about. So maybe, okay, I want to buy a car, or I may want to fix up add a pool, or whatever. So the equity house is used to either do something like tuition for your children. You can use that for your children. So refinancing to one loan is probably the best thing. Right now, rates are very, very low. Some people still walk around with 6% rates. Now, sometimes you may not want no money, just get a lower rate, but lower your payment and things like that. Right now, rates are anywhere mid twos, high twos. So it's a lot of business right now. A lot of people are refinancing because either cash out or just a lower payment, monthly payment. That's right.
Next one.
So it depends on what it is. So right now will be the time to refi. There'll be for a lower rate to get cash out. That's the best. Right now is the best time, and probably it's the lowest I've ever seen rates ever since I've been in business. The lowest I've ever seen rates is now. It's the lowest. I've never seen rates at 2%. You got to figure there are credit cards that's higher than rates on a home right now.
Wow.
You got to figure, yeah. So some credit cards are 9%, 8%. Home rates are lower than that. I've never seen that way. I remember one time I was selling rates, and I've been in business a long time. What we talking about? House, just rates at 13%. That was your home. That was the going rate for a home, 13%. I mean, so on a second mortgage, it was 22%. Right now, I've never seen rates as low as it is. I would take advantage of it if anybody to buy a house now. I would sacrifice and get a home for your kids, for your family right now. If it's going through the actual credit repair for maybe 45 to 60 days, I would do it. I would sacrifice to do it. You got to figure you could be in a house before the holidays for you and your family if you guys are renting. So, so you can do that. I mean, you can have a house right here for the first of the year. What's it, September? Yeah, so definitely. You've been in a house in 45, 60 days. There you go. I mean, I would look forward. I mean, if I'm someone out there, so you know what? I want to get a house for my kids. I mean, I know some people got that PUA money, that stimulus money, whatever it may be. Hey, use it. Make it work. I got it. What's this question?
Question is in regard to air properties. Can you do the same thing with air property?
No. So when you say air property, make sure that you understand what she means, because she could be using the actual wording wrong. Is she saying that maybe air property is something that was actually given to her and her name is on it?
No. So I believe the one she's speaking about is you're the executive person and you happen to be staying in the executive person's house.
Is
It's
it
still
family?
it's still in
Is
the
it,
original person's name.
is it
It's still
a family member?
yeah, as a family member.
So when you say executive, you're saying maybe if it's your house and she lives with you, but she's been living in the house for the last 6 months
Deceased,
or a year.
it's deceased property. The property is still in the deceased name. So it's heir to the family
Okay,
heir.
so then that's something the family had the right, but the family would have to actually, it's her name on the deed.
No.
So whoever has, you guys would have to write the house, they would have to actually add her onto the actual deed and give her the house fully. So it can't, or everybody else can everybody can get on the deed. Everybody can get added onto the deed. If it's the heir property, that's something your attorney would have to deal with, not more so the mortgage company. That's something you guys have to do outside before you start the process with a mortgage.
But could you use that property to do equity on, like to
No.
get the house fixed up?
No, it's just the fact that because no one, unless no. Again, the name that property had to be in her name by herself or whoever's there, and everybody had to agree to it. So the bottom line, her name has to be on that deed in order for it to do anything. It has to be on at least 6 months to a year by herself or whomever it may be in order to refinance the house or getting any kind of money out of it.
So it will probably probably have to be the power of the attorney.
Now, if a power attorney, if she has a power attorney, you can do it.
They would be the one that could get heir property off them, equity off their property.
That is correct. Well, yes. And they have to show that they would have to show, excuse me, they would have to show, it's kind of, on a VA is different. And it's funny you asked that question because I've been down this road before. They're kind of sticklers about pulling cash out of a property, depending what because because they want to know where the money is going, why the money is being pulled out, especially, right. And that is, every mortgage company is different how they look at that. So I can't even answer your question on that. I would say, if based on my experience, they're not going to let you pull any cash out unless it's solely in your name on the heir property. It's not going to let it, because they're going to say, "Okay, fine." Yeah, it's not going to happen. Even when a power attorney, it's not going to happen. Not no cash out. Matter of fact, I had this happen. What's that question? I think I had that happen before. But if it's just if it's a power attorney, and just say the person needed say the person was disabled, that won't happen. No, I apologize. No, it won't happen. They're probably not. And the reason why I'm pausing and stuff like that, because of the fact that I'm trying to figure if there's any way around it. Her name would have to be solely on that property, he or she, or how many people in there. Not a rating term maybe, but not no cash out.
Okay.
Sorry I took so long to answer because I had to think about it, make sure that was correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So again, all right. So again, thank you for that question. So again, we're back with Chris King for all of you who are coming in. And with Chris King is with the pursuit of happiness. And the pursuit of happiness came from the first segment of part 1 when he came last month. And he spoke about the pursuit of happiness of turning your life around, starting from the bottom and coming up to the pursuit of happiness of getting your home, getting what you want, your credit, walking into your dreams. And it's a road, it's a process. And being in the process, he's giving us the inside scoop to how we can enter in with the pursuit of our own happiness as well. Because some of us want to have our own home. Some of us are homeowners, but we were only told information of what was needed to know. And so we're now turning around and saying, well, it's what they didn't tell you And so Chris is here to tell you what they didn't tell you, because after all, we said we want a house, and Chris said you want it, you got it, just ask me. So we're here and we're asking Chris to tell us. So he said, tell us what he wants. That's what Chris said. Tell me what you want, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. So again, thank you for your question, and we need to know that. So Chris, people want to know how to get in contact with you. So I know it's Nexus Mortgage.
Okay, I'm gonna give you. Actually, I'm gonna give you my office number too. So,
Okay, I'm ready for it. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. And it's funny because actually, I'm gonna give you my email address, which is the most important too, and which is Christopher, CHRISTOPHER King, KING at Nexa NEXA mortgage.com. So Christopher King at Nexa NEXA mortgage.com. And my office number is 909.
Wait, now, I know I used to type back in the day when I was working, but
I thought you write it down.
It ain't going like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what's the number?
909 955 3141.
Now I need y'all to understand. So when he calls y'all from that number, it's not a bill collector. So
how about that?
If you're calling Chris and Chris is calling you back and you're like, he ain't calling me, that's because you thought it was a bill collector phone number with the 909. I'm trying to tell y'all, people don't understand. We don't answer those phone numbers because we hide from the bill collectors.
Yeah. So again, 909 955 3141.
Okay, so if anybody knows, I already put it in the comments. So hopefully y'all were able to obtain that information. I will also try to throw it up on the screen for you.
Okay.
So yes, you want it, you got it, he got it. He's telling you we got the inside scoop, so you want to know about it. So can you share on the last property that you just did? I believe it was not only a married couple, but I think they had just had a baby too, and they just bought their first home.
Oh yeah. So that was Timothy Williams. Matter of fact, he was a colleague of mine. I actually was in the business together, and went through the process. He actually closed in less than 30 days. He found a house out there. This is how it went. So he called me, and we talked. He said, Chris, he told me he wanted to get a house a while ago. So he finally said, Chris, I'm ready. So he called me up, did the same thing I did, took his application. I pulled his credit, of course, and said, listen, I got your pre-approval. He did not have a realtor. So I actually referred him to a realtor. The realtor found him a house in less than a week. He closed in less than 30 days. That's simple.
Wow.
So he had a beautiful home. I'm sure I think you're my Facebook friend, so you've probably seen the house too. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not. You're my Facebook friend.
It was a very nice.
Yeah. So
their mask on.
nice place.
And I was like, wow, that's cool. So yeah.
So no, so other than that, I enjoy seeing people get a home or accomplish that. That's my joy out of it. It's not always the finance part and things like that. It's not like that. It's more so seeing people be happy and their family having, getting money and things. I mean, not getting money, getting a house. Yep, no question about that. Yep.
Okay. So, what other programs are you running right now?
Excuse me?
What programs are you running right now? Because you said it was different programs that you're running.
Well, the programs is never changes, which is conventional, which is usually 5% down on a home. And with the credit score is much more, they're not linked. The credit score starts on 640. FHA, which is 3.5 down, was 3.5% down, and credit score is from 580 and above. So a little bit more lenient on FHA credit score, and also less money. Conventional is a little bit more money, 1.5% more, and the credit score is more, it's 640 above.
So for people who don't know what FHA is, what is that?
Now, let's add, if you're a VA, if you're a vet, if you're a veteran, you got the figures. It's 100% financing. So a veteran gets 100% financing. Yep. So yep.
Wow. So that means does that mean I gotta go and now join the army so I can get
Yeah, well,
100?
that's what they get. They get the benefits. So yeah, they do. They do get benefits.
Well, at least they get
Because
that benefit because God knows they don't get no other benefits. Like their medical, like really screws, and I think that is like so wrong because they put their lives on the line to come back to get the worst medical benefits of them all, and I think that
right.
is like so not right. So that's why I always employ people that if you see a veteran or someone of service, give them a hug, give them a smile. If you know them like that, give them a kiss and let them know you appreciate them because, you know, nobody else do, you do. Because like God, you know, they are the reason why we sleep safe at night because they're guarding our boundaries.
Yep.
And, you know, it's
That's right.
funny to look at it that way, but that's what it is, you know.
Yep.
They're God's angels on earth.
Yes, ma'am. That is so
Yep.
correct.
So if you
Yeah.
know a veteran or someone of service, give them a hug, give them a smile, give them a kiss if you really, really know them, and let them know that you appreciate them if nobody else do.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
think
let me know you next time, and I'm gonna bring my guest with me. So I'm actually. It's funny. I got another Zoom call after this. That's what I do. So definitely, wow, that's great. Yeah. So.
well, I'm glad that you're doing business. I'm glad that business is working out for you.
Yep. So no question about it. It's working out pretty well. I mean, at the same time, I want to help your sister. So we're gonna find out what's going on with her when I get off this phone. We'll find out.
You
Yeah,
best
I'm gonna do that.
because
Matter of fact, I have another Zoom call, but I'm gonna try to sneak her in before I get the Zoom and talk to her real briefly. I'm definitely gonna do that.
yeah, I think you ought to do that because yeah, she's worse than me.
Oh yeah. Okay. We'll see if we can work it out. Definitely. And I'm like I said, you have me. Let me know what time and date, and I'm gonna have. But at the same time, I'm gonna make sure everybody I put that out there on my blog. Let you know we'll be out there. It'll be two people, credit gentlemen, and also so you make sure you put it out there. I'm not sure how you advertise or how you want to do it. I'm gonna have John Goolsby, which is the credit gentleman that I talked to you about. And I'm gonna have
Right.
Alicia Knox. And I'm gonna have Alicia Knox, which is my other colleague, to be along with me. So, and you may want to have a nice panel yourself, and at the same time let people know. And I'll help you. I'll help you. Once we get it out there, make sure I'll put it out there on Facebook, and I don't have Instagram. I don't have Instagram. I'll put it out there, but I'll put it out there, make sure people know, and just word of mouth itself out there in the street. I will do that.
Well, we appreciate that because you know, it's not about us. It's about our purpose in life, and our purpose in life is
Right.
about serving. And you
Right.
never know how God wants you to serve in His life, so you have to be in place in order for people to get the blessings that they're supposed to receive. And if you're
Right.
not in a proper place, then you're not going to be able to either provide them with the blessing, and they're not going to be able to get the blessing. So with that being said, we want to thank you for answering your calling on this.
No
Because
question. Thanks for having me again. Next time, I'm looking forward. Always looking forward. Definitely, I'm looking forward to having the other colleagues together. So you let me know what date you have me on there, and we'll make sure this is a really, really, really big one. I'll make sure that I would definitely.
now you said the third of the month, there's always new programs being available.
Well, it changes all the time, so it does. I mean, I have no control of that. So whatever, if they give us something different, I'll let you guys know. I'll let the customers, let everybody out there know. Let the customers and their family out there know. Yes, hands down.
All right, so
No,
look,
your listeners let them know.
we're gonna put you back in October on the 21st, but I'll call you.
21st, October 21st.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, great. Looking forward to a month from now,
If you
basically.
want it sooner, but you know what?
No. Listen. Hey, listen. It may be sooner. I'd rather for it to be sooner because I'm still trying to get people their houses before the holidays. So if I get them in the house before Thanksgiving, I get them in the house before Christmas, the sooner the better.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
But don't listen. This time is good for me all the time. I know you have a Saturday show too, correct?
Yeah, we have Saturdays at 8:00 on the No BS Duo Show.
So let's hit me up on it. Let's do an evening show again on if it's a Wednesday, okay?
All right, well, we'll work it out. Well, y'all heard it. Y'all know how to meet them. Either we can go through the sisters and do it through our sister chat. and help our sisters get ourselves together so we can get our houses, or we
Yes.
can make an evening family night.
I want to help somebody out there for Christmas or Thanksgiving. They can break bread across their house, their new house, their table, or their new home for the 27th, or even Christmas, or even New Year's Eve. How about that? We're bringing the New Year's correct. So I want to make somebody happy out there.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all want y'all pursue the happiness. Chris said he wants to give it to you. He's been saying it all night, and y'all ain't been hearing him. He been saying it all night, and y'all ain't been hearing him. So he gonna say it again. He wants to help y'all get y'all ready for the holidays, and y'all said y'all want it, so he said he got it. So that being said, Chris said he's the man. He's the king when it comes to the Nexus of Mortgage.
Hey,
so we're gonna get the team together, and y'all gonna find out who is who and where we gonna go to get him to do what he do, so you can end up saying you want it, you got it. Deal?
See you guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Chris. So there you have it. You want that house? Chris said you can have it. He said come through Nexus Mortgage. And so we're going to set it up. We're going to put it out there so you guys can get exactly who you need, what you need, when you need, what you need. Now, it's a beautiful day out here. I don't know what I'm going to do. We kind of got out a little early today. But I'm glad you got the information that you needed. So if you're just getting in, we just had Chris King. But guess what? You can turn this thing around and you can come back and replay it. And you can drop it on somebody else because you never know who needs a home, who needs to clean their credit, or who thinks they can't get a home because of their credit. And King is saying that might be the situation at the beginning, but at the end of the day, if you want it, Chris is saying you want it, you got it. That's what Chris said. And I believe he's going to be able to do that because he has been working with clients and we have been referring him. And so far, we've been very successful. And talking about being successful. Yes, we're having ladies' night. We're having a private Zoom meet and greet ladies' night with the sister chat. So if you're interested in being a part, hit us up here at the No BS Duo Show, and we will send you the code so you can come in. You can invite whoever you want to come. All you got to do is bring your questions, your song, your story, and your glass. Don't forget, you got to bring your glass because you're going to have a drink after we do this one. Also, coming to the show is Gospel Hour. Date to be determined. So look out for it. And so y'all all know I made a line dance, right? Okay. Y'all all know it was destined to happen eventually. Yeah, we knew it was coming. But with that being said, what we didn't know is that we're offering a line dance marathon. I know you like, what? Okay, so this is what it's all about. So, of course, you already know the name of the song is called Masters of Love, and it's by Raheem DeVaughn and Boney James. So, when you think about the song is talking about woman and how woman is with the creation and the end result to the maker of love. So, with the line dance that I created, which we thought was oh so cute, we decided that we want all the sisters, wherever you are, to learn to dance. Now, when you learn to dance, you're going to tape you doing the dance and you're going to send it to us. When you drop your segment, we're going to put all the segments together and we're going to call it the women around the world who are the results of the maker of love. And the makers of love is nothing but a beautiful woman. So with that being said, don't forget, learn how to do the dance. Send us the tape and what state you're representing or city. We're going to put that at the bottom of your clip of the video, and we're going to make one big video, and we're going to make a national female line dance marathon for dedication to the maker of love, which is the end result a beautiful woman. So you know how beautiful you women are. You know how beautiful you are. And we're going to show the world just how beautiful we are as well. With that dance that was created, that is so cute. So we got some big things that's coming. Big things is coming. Changes, new things, bigger things, better things that's going to even benefit entertainers as well as you, the listeners. Because when we create, we don't create for us. We create because we think that it's something that can be beneficial to you. And I didn't throw my disclaimer out today because everything that I said was true. It wasn't my truth or nobody else's truth. It actually was logical truth. So you may not think that you are the end result of Maker of Love, but I think that you are. So that's my truth. If you don't like it, treat it like a smorgasbord. Eat it. If not, if Kim was here, Kim would say, eat the meat and spit out the bones. God, I miss Kim today. Can y'all tell I miss her? I missed her. But sometimes we got to do what we got to do. We got to set our priorities straight and we got to do what we got to do. And she had things that she had to do. So with that being said, we are applauding her. We are backing her. We are standing beside her, sending her energy, good vibes, hugs, and love so that she can do what she got to do and hurry up back to us real soon. So if there's nothing else that needs to be said, let me see. No. So at the end of the screen, that's Chris's information. So if you're interested in getting a house, getting your credit fixed to get you a house, or need your house or whatever it is dealing with mortgages, financing, equity loans, etc. We're finding that it's coming to be better to go through a broker because it's a little more easier and better for us. And that's the inside scoop. Shh. Don't tell nobody. We're not supposed to know. So with that being said, there was something I wanted to do. Before I do this, I have to send y'all something that touched my soul today. There was a young lady that I had the pleasure of meeting. And her name is Sonia Simon. And trust me, she's coming. But she had this song that I figured would be best for the program ending today. So here it is. It's called My Joy. So if you down, whatever bothering you, discouraged, let me encourage you. We're going to talk about My Joy here.
I was down, I lost it all, looked around, no one to call, no hope, no peace, lots of negativity, yeah, I wish that I could save my life, but now, I'm letting go, and my life has no meaning. I can set free. My shackles holding me. Yeah. Now my joy, been given. My joy, it's been a while since I felt so free. Now I'm walking in authority. New life within. In the Lord I am so confident. Feels so good to know. Feeling low. Deep down in your soul. Someone named will take control. Don't let me in. I'm a witness and I'll do it. Yeah. And you can my joy, been given. My joy, Got my joy, got my
Say it.
joy. I've got my joy. Been restored, been restored. I've been restored. Got my joy, got my joy. I've got my joy. Been restored, been restored. I've been restored. Got my joy, got my joy. I've got my joy. Been restored, been restored. I've been restored. Got my joy, got my joy. I've got my joy. Been restored, been restored. I've been restored. Got my joy, get your joy. I've got my joy. You gotta get your joy. Don't let them take your joy. Don't let them take your joy. You waiting to get your joy. I've got my joy, been restored, I've been restored, got my joy, I've got my joy, been restored, I've been restored.
Hey, who got your joy back? I got my joy back. My joy's been restored. Yes. Listen, let me learn you something. Things is going to happen in your life that's going to come and it's going to take you by major storm. But when it does come and take you by major storm, you just remember who has control in the midst of a storm. And that's him up there. And when these things come, remember, this too shall pass. And peace will take over once again. But it's not going to always be peaceful. It's going to always be something. But even in knowing that, you can remember he going to give you that joy and he going to restore it. So whatever comes in on your load and lay you down and keep you low and bury your head under the ground, can't even see what's above because the dirt is just all over you. Stomp that thing off, shake it off, get out that hole and remember, you can get your joy back. And you know why? Because the world didn't give it to you and the world can't take it away. And the only one who can restore your joy is the one who gives you that burning joy down inside. And you too can jump around and say, I got my joy. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this segment today. And I hope that I was able to encourage you. And trust me when I tell you, I missed Kim today. I had to put my glasses on so y'all wouldn't know just how red my eyes are from the fact that I'm missing my side. I'm missing my side, y'all. But we did it. We made it. And because we made it, you can always have faith in knowing. You know it. You already know. You already know. Because we've been here before and we did it again this Wednesday. And stay tuned. We'll see you soon. And remember, always remember, adjust your crown, walk up high, and remember this.
Information is free. Read it, write it, count it, makes a difference for me. It's all around, everywhere. Open your eyes so you can see. Can you make it? Can you make it? make it? It's okay, do. I guess I can do it. Can you make it? Oh, can you make it? Can you make it? It's okay, do. There's nothing in this world that can keep you from your purpose. No, achieving what you set your mind to do. Your mind to do. Availability is within your reach and stretch. No one to blame for your excuse. No one to blame but you.
Kisses. See you, my sister.